Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0096 indicates a performance or range problem with the intake air temperature IAT sensor 2 in Honda Civic models from 2016 to 2021. This sensor plays a critical role in monitoring the temperature of the air entering the engine, allowing the engine control module ECM to adjust fuel and timing for optimal performance. If the IAT sensor is not functioning properly, it can lead to drivability issues, such as poor fuel economy or increased emissions. The specific location of IAT sensor 2 is typically near the intake manifold or in the air intake duct, and understanding its functionality is vital for diagnosing engine performance problems. The effective operation of this sensor is crucial for ensuring engine efficiency and compliance with emissions standards. If this error code is triggered, it's essential to follow a structured troubleshooting process to identify the underlying issue. DTC P0096 specifically indicates a problem with the IAT sensor 2's performance, which affects how the vehicle regulates the air-fuel mixture in the engine. The IAT sensor is situated within the intake system, often near the air filter or intake manifold, where it effectively gauges the temperature of incoming air. This data is essential because the engine's fuel management system adjusts based on temperature readings. If the readings are inaccurate or out of expected range, the ECM might not perform optimally, leading to symptoms such as reduced fuel efficiency or improper engine operation. Therefore, identifying whether the fault lies within the sensor or its connections is crucial in rectifying the code and restoring proper vehicle function. Detailed inspections will focus on ensuring that the component itself is operational and that electrical connections are secure and free from corrosion or damage. There are several possible causes for DTC P0096, and thorough investigation is essential for an accurate diagnosis. Poor connections at the IAT sensor 2, as well as between other relevant sensors like the engine coolant temperature ECT or mass airflow MAF sensors, can contribute to this error code. Faulty wiring or corrosion in connectors can create irregular signals that mislead the ECU into thinking there is a problem. Furthermore, the IAT sensor itself may be defective, failing to read temperature changes accurately, or becoming unable to send correct signals. Finally, there could be underlying electrical issues that affect the overall operation of the intake air temperature monitoring system. Identifying and addressing these potential issues is vital for ensuring the IAT sensor and its circuitry operate within specified parameters. When DTC P0096 is triggered, several symptoms may arise, which can negatively affect the vehicle's operation. One common symptom is poor fuel economy, as the engine may not be receiving the correct air-fuel mixture due to inaccurate temperature readings from the IAT sensor. Additionally, drivers might experience notable engine performance issues, such as stalling or hesitation during acceleration, as the ECU struggles to adjust to the erroneous data. Another critical concern is increased emissions. Without accurate readings, the vehicle may not run efficiently, leading to higher levels of pollutants. Monitoring these symptoms is essential, as they can indicate not just the fault of the IAT sensor, but also broader problems within the vehicle's performance and emission system. Properly diagnosing and addressing these issues in a timely manner can help maintain vehicle reliability and compliance with environmental regulations. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0096 involves a thorough visual inspection of the connectors associated with IAT sensor 2, as well as other related sensors. This includes checking the engine coolant temperature, ECT, sensor 1 and 2, the mass airflow MAF sensor, and IAT sensor 1. The goal of this step is to identify any signs of poor connections or loose terminals that might cause irregular signals sent to the ECU. Visual checks are critical because even minor corrosion or damage can lead to significant problems, and fixing these issues often resolves the error code. If connections are found to be secure, you may proceed to the next troubleshooting step. Conversely, if problems are detected, it is crucial to repair or replace faulty connectors or terminals to ensure reliable electrical communication. In this step, a performance check of IAT sensor 2 is conducted at low temperature to verify its functionality. The first action involves carefully removing the sensor from its location to allow it to cool down to the ambient temperature. It's critical to note the ambient temperature accurately, as this will serve as a baseline for comparison. After the sensor has cooled, it should be connected to its 2P connector without being installed back into the intake system. Activate the vehicle to the on mode and utilize the Honda Diagnostic System HDS to quickly record the value of IAT sensor 2. This recorded value must then be compared to the noted ambient temperature. If the temperature difference is greater than 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 degrees Celsius, it indicates a fault, necessitating a replacement of the IAT sensor. If not, proceed to the next troubleshooting step. This troubleshooting step involves testing IAT sensor 2 under high temperature conditions to evaluate its response. Start by turning the vehicle to the off lock mode to ensure safety during this process. Next, carefully disconnect the IAT sensor 2 2P connector, thereby isolating it from electrical inputs from the vehicle systems. The next step requires utilizing a heat gun to apply warm air directly to the IAT sensor. It is essential to avoid applying heat for more than a few seconds, as prolonged exposure could damage the sensor itself. After applying heat, reconnect the IAT sensor to its 2P connector without securing it back in place. Turn the vehicle to the on mode again and check the signal from IAT sensor 2 in the HDS. If the sensor's reading changes by 76 degrees Fahrenheit, 42 degrees Celsius or more, it indicates an intermittent failure, but suggests that the system is currently functioning properly. If not, replace the IAT sensor as it confirms a failure in its operation. After carrying out the necessary repairs, it is important to conduct a final verification to ensure the issue has been resolved thoroughly. Begin by clearing any Diagnostic Trouble Codes, DTCs, stored in the vehicle's ECU. Following this, retest the vehicle to monitor engine performance and assess if the previously identified symptoms are resolved. Use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to validate that the sensor readings are now within the expected range. Conducting a comprehensive road test is also recommended to ensure that the vehicle operates smoothly under normal driving conditions. If all checks are satisfactory and the DTC does not reappear, the repair process can be considered successful. If problems persist, further diagnosis may be required to identify other underlying issues impacting vehicle performance. Preventive maintenance is essential in avoiding future occurrences of DTC P0096 and ensuring the longevity of the vehicle system. A proactive approach involves regularly checking the connections related to IAT sensor 2 and other vital sensors for signs of wear, corrosion, or damage. Inspecting wiring and connectors helps to identify potential problems before they develop into significant faults. Keeping the engine's air intake system clean from debris and contaminants will also aid in the accurate readings from the IAT sensor and maintain efficient engine performance. Additionally, following the manufacturer's recommended service intervals for engine maintenance can support overall vehicle health By adopting these practices, owners can help prevent sensor malfunctions and enhance the reliability and efficiency of their Honda Civics. In conclusion, DTC P0096 highlights an important aspect of engine management related to IAT Sensor 2 and its operation. Understanding the function of this sensor is crucial, as it directly impacts fuel efficiency, emissions control, and overall engine performance. Following each troubleshooting step meticulously allows for accurate diagnosing and effective repair of the sensor's performance issues. Regular maintenance checks and preventive measures can significantly reduce the likelihood of sensor failures and improve the vehicle's long-term performance. Awareness of warning signs and symptoms related to this DTC can aid in timely and effective intervention, ensuring the Honda Civic operates under optimal conditions. By being proactive, vehicle owners can maintain their cars better and ensure a smoother, more efficient journey. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.